Okay, this is live. I'm not even ready. I'm not even ready. Not ready. Delivered. Delivered. Is this hat straight? What does it mean delivered? So you might come in here and say, well, what's this guy talking about? He's not funny. Eventually you might think I am funny, you know. And I'll put this gem on and you'll ask me to explain it, and I can't. You can see it matches my eyes, but I can't explain it exactly how it works. But I can see there's an R in the center. Well, sorry, it's a 1 and an S or a 1 and a 5. Oh, no, it's an E. It's an A. No, it's an A commercial. I'm a Libra. I'm a polarity Libra. Libra brings on bipolarism. Libra. The balance of polarity is, you know, when you put a, when you hang something up, right? When you hang something up, imagine you hang up your clock here. What's going to be turning this clock, right? You hung it here, but where's the number? Where's the time? Where's the arrow pointing? You have one stick going through this way, holding the gears of the clock, and the other one's going this way. 3 sticks. 3 sticks connecting that clock. We have to think about everything, because if we're going to build something and something gets in the way, I'm screwed. Well, that's what the clock would be doing, right? And is it screwing forward time like an auger as it turns? This moves forward and the seasons change, and then a little tilt. Is it this that's tilting? What's actually tilting? And remember, to create an eye, we need to do this. This creates an eye. This doesn't create the eye, but this does create the eye. In fact, we'd have 3 of them here, right? Well, does that mean we have 3 different discs, right? Washington, D.C., the discs, okay? And which one would be reading which one? And when we do this, we have to see that this area over here, this V area, I wish I can design it to show you so we can see more of what's going on if I open it up. But we do know when it comes to certain things like, oh my God, I don't know if this is going to work. Can we see this here? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let me just fix this. How does that look, right? So let me fix that. 1, hold on a second. 1, right, 5, 6, 8, 9, and here. Now, it doesn't matter where we go from, right? If I start from here or here, right, I can either start from 10, or I can start from 7, or I can start from 1. Those are my points. Because I can't flip the camera upside down. Maybe I could. Let me see. Yeah, so as you see, we can start from any one of these corners. My question is, or I question myself, is you notice there's 2 over here together, there's 2 over here, and it creates this design with this dot or this design. Can I have done it any other way? Can I have gone 1, 1? I can't touch 2 of the same color, so I got to go 1 to 2 to 3. Okay, now I have to go, what if I put the dark one over here? Right? What if I change this? Let me just change this and do this, right? And take this one out and put this one here. So let's see how this would have worked out. So I go 1 to 2 to 3, then I go 4, 5, 4. See, I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see if I can do that another way. Let me get out my marker. We gotta understand everything. So if I went 1, 2, 3, if I did 3 and I did this one as 4, 4, and I did this one as 5. I can't go here, and I can't go here, I can't go here. So I go 1, 2, 3. No, I can't. I can do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No, I gotta go 1, 2, 3. And then I go 4, 5, right? This would be 5. Let me mark that down. 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this would be 6. This would be 7. This would be 8. And we didn't do these two, so it doesn't work out. So the only way it was working out is when I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here I start off with a white with 2 dark. Here I start off with the 2 dark on this side with a white. I end up with 2 whites in between. My 3 and 5 come in between over here. Here I'm working with number 4 and 9. Here I'm working with 6, 7, and 8. Here I'm working with 1, 2, and 3. And all while I work with the 3, 3, and 3 corners, I still have the 5 in the center, right? This is the 5 in the center. Now, how do we create this square? This is 10. Every side has 9. So what's the difference between a 9 side and a 10 side? Also, at the same time, if you take a look, right, all of these, I and H, it's connected together. You see these? They're all connected together. So now we're going to finish off on this side. Okay. Now we can either go smaller right away. Okay. To where we count. What we're going to do is now we're going to count down this way, right? And then I'm going to also do it this way. I'm not color coding them right now. Right? And then I would add on to this side. Did I get that? The 3, the 2, and the 1. I added on to that side. And now what I do is I add here 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's another 10, there's another 8, 10 that's missing. Okay, the cap is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is when you encompass the center one here gets encompassed. This one over here, the original 10. And then you add 3, 4, 5, you add 6, right? So you have the original 10. And then you add on, 6. This is the original 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you add on 6 here. Then you add on 3, 4, 5. Then you add on 6 here, right? Here and here. So what was this over here? Hold on a second. I added on another 4 over here. I had this, let me see this. This comes down to here. Okay, that's better, right? Because I added 6 here and I 6 here. And now so let's move it down here and fix this. Let's see if I did this right. Did I get this right? I have to see if I got this right. So let me check this out. Just give me a second. I need to get my ruler. So let me show you what happened. So I need these 10 right over here. Let's see if I can show you this. I need, whoop, little clumsy holding this. I need this original 10. I need these over here, and these over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Then we add on 6 here, 3, 4, 5, 6, A, B, C over here. And then on the top, we add on the same thing, right? So when we end up the game, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then we're going to end up doing, let me do this properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3. And then 2. And then 1. So 1 through 7 equals to 28. 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28. Counting the other way. 7, 13, 18, 22, 25, 27, 28. Counting the other way, the cycle of the moon. These are your bowling pins. Your original setup is 6, 6, 6, and the heart of it is 10. That's what makes up your this part, and then the add-on of this part, the add-on of this part, and then the add-on of this part over here. And this is where your bowling pin setup will be. You can see it over here. It goes 3, 1, 3. So we end up with 3, 1, 3. Right? That's our 7. Then over here you go 2, 2, 2. Over here you go 2, 2, 2. This is row 7. This is row 6. Then you will go over here. You have the 3. So you go 1, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next row you go 1, 3, 1. Right? And that's row number 5. And then the next row over here. Okay? And that's row number 4. And in row number 4, you're going to have 0. Row number 4 is going to be all zeros, right? It's going to just be all zeros here because there is, should I say that? 3, 1, 3? No, it's going to be 0, 4, 0, 4, 0. Sorry about that. 0, 4, 0 or 400 equaling to the split between the two sides. The value of the silver position, right? The silver position, okay, inherits gold. It is the alpha position, which takes on 4 or W, double Venus. Writing Noah's Ark 2 by 2, understanding that the heart of one, right? At the heart of one area is 2 areas and 2 areas and 2 areas and 2 areas, 10, 10, 10, 10. Venus is the 2 on the dot. Alpha is the 1 in between. 4 alphas to 1 Venus, right? So so we get 0, 4, 0. And then over here, right, we get, I think we're going to put, I don't know if we should put 303. I'm not really sure how to numerate this over here because all 3 of them, see over here, I'm going by 3s. Like there were 3 here, 1 here, 3 here. So 3 categories. There were 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. The reason for that is these 2 are the original 10. And on the original 10, I added on 3 triangles onto that. And that's how I end up with my 666 is 3, 2, 1 ABC. So I'm adding up 6, 6, 6, right? And the total of what I'm adding on, the 6 of them, is I'm adding on a total of 18. But in numeric value, right, the 6 equals to 21 because it takes a total of 21. In this one over here, right, it takes a total of 55. Adding up 1 to 10 equals 55. Adding up 1 to 6 equals 21. Spirit of 76. Freedom of 55. So we'd have that, and then we told the story here is we have 131, and then the story here is we have 202. Can I mark 202? Because there's nothing to the center. So either I mark 202 or I mark, like here there were 4 of them, right? So then over here there's 2. So do I mark 101? Right? I'm just trying to think. 202. So no, there's here. No, this is not 202. Maybe 202 means there's only 2 of them. I'm just trying to think how to word that. Right? And at the same time, we also have to understand that even though you have your triangle, we need to square it off, right? So we're missing all this here and all this over here, right? And to note that, look at that. Okay, we have, we're supposed to have 30 pieces, right, in backgammon. So I might be missing a piece, and that's why you see a piece here. So we're using 28 of the 30 pieces, leaving 2 pieces left over. Right? And where would those 2 pieces be left over? What would happen? And the second thing is this is not done. What happens if I take this scenario, right? Okay, we're just going to start it on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what if I wanted to do 4 again? You see, it's the 5 area over here. See this 5th area over here? This is what's going to connect. Now, what's on this side, this 10, remember I started with the 10, the original 10 in the middle? Right? If my big computer was working, I'd be able to show you on the screen. Right? So you have the original 10 here. See, can we darken these in a little bit more? I wish we can shine them up. Let me shine them up a little bit, you know? Can I maybe hold on? Let me see if I can. I need to get my iPad to sit up here while I do some of my work, you know? How do I get it up here? Okay. Just give me a second. You know what? Let me turn this around for a second. Let me just take a 1-minute break. Just a 1-minute break. I'm going to come back and I'm going to reset this up and show you one of the reasons for putting. See, I can't show you with 2 chips. I can show you with 3, right? And these 2 are touching. If these 2 are touching here, this one, okay, is not going to touch the one down here. So it's either these 2 are touching. This one is touching that one, but it won't touch its opposite side. That's one thing. The other thing is when I put it here, right, its evaluation is 3. It's also going to represent the bull, which is Taurus. And don't forget the ET bull, the bullet, goes into 357. C, E, and G. Get that gecko out. The gateway to the E world. It's the O world of Mars. The water world. Just give me a minute. Just going to get whatever just popped in the kitchen, a little heat inside of this. Hey, Puffy. How you doing, Puffy? Just give me 1 minute. I'm going to come back. Sometimes I try to go faster than I should. We got to go and take a look. What's happening there, Puffy? You want to say hello? Hey? This is where our spirit comes from. You're so fast, always landing up on your feet. You must be working with them triangles, right? You start upside down, you end up on your feet. Oh, there you go. There you go, picking up all the information right off my hand. What am I saying? Yeah. What does the thumb say? You know the thumb touches everything, so you go to the thumb first, right? Right? What are you doing? What are you doing? Is it my thumb? What is my thumb? What happens when I put, you know when you do this, it's an octagon? That finger right there, you know, Tommy put his finger in the pie, that's the octagon. Okay, well, it's part of the octagon. I'll explain to you why. Because when you're standing on the side of the highway, the interstate,
right? Interstate looks like an IS, or the 1/4 house of Mars running on the interstate. You put your thumb up, it means you're hitchhiking. Hitchhiking. HH 88. You're hitchhiking. The thumb is up. You are looking to stop somebody. So the octagon, the red comes in because you're going to a stop. Now you've inflicted the queen upon us because the queen has 8 eyes. The 8 eyes of the queen connect to 2. 8 and 2 is 10, creating the center to the circumference of the 4 areas that outline the center of Aleph, the male inside the 4 females. So 2 and 8 come together in the number 28, or 28 to the numbers of the cycle, the 4 7-day week, the 4 7-day weeks in the cycle of the moon. 4 by 7, 28. 47, July 7th, till July 4th, right? 74 is also energy. 47 is beast, Jesus. So we have 28 is also the word man. It's also a number 1, but it's a black 1. Now, whether we use the X, and when I use the X, I need to create an area that is like Mars. The X can be with Mars, and the O can be with Mars, but the I is not with Mars. And the reason for that is because I go right into the center of the circle. And anytime you reach the center of the circle, I need to have 8 that surround it. That's an obligation. It's either 1 or it's 4. It's 1 or it's 4. If it's 1, it belongs to the earth. If it's 4, it belongs to the W, to what they say W, to means 2 of, and it's talking about Venus, the 10 worlds of Venus. Let's have the countdown. And if you think I don't know, or what I do know, is what I show you comes from games, and the stories it tells me is how many times must I replicate before I go all the way around. Well, a cube tells me 6. So in a row of 6, I have 216. 6 times 36, there's 2160 in the moon. 2160 diameter of the moon. 6 times 6 times 6. And 18 is the heart. First 18, second 18 joins over here at the heart. 111. 20, 17 and 20 come together. Stand on 17, T minus counting. The Y, could it be the chromosome? The X, can it be the same? But this line here shows me X, line on the right. Y, coming from the right. Then we have the X coming to the right. Now it shows it to me on this side, so I know I need both of these. And it doesn't repeat until I get over here. So I have to have a minimum 4 in order to have a duplicate of this. And now I need a duplicate of this. I need 1 between 1 until it starts to tell a story. 1 between 1. And then they flip-flop this way, this way. Now coming down, it shows me here and here. It shows me the X and the Y, and coming down here, it shows me another Y. And after 36, I end up over here. This one, okay, right over here, this Y. Does it come to this X over here? Does the X and Y come together? Or is there something in between, right? Or does it tell me to flip it upside down, right? Here I end at 36. Should I begin here at 36? This is 36 here. I flip it upside down and I turn it over. So does this tell me everything ends on 36 in the design? You see, here's the original design. X, Y, X. And then we have this line. So I'm going to have a line that comes in to separate this area so I can reflect this area. And once I reflect this area, how many areas do I go down? I didn't finish that multiplication, but I'm going to do 4. 4, right? 4 times 36 is 1440, 144. And then 4 this way. So I have 144, 144, 144, 144. 576, 5760 is the year 2000. It also fills in the time of the Mayan. Over here, what I did is just to show you how I connected here and here. The yellow is the black in roulette. The red is the red in roulette. And if you notice that you always think that roulette, see these reds, right? What happened over here? Why is there a double space? 1, 4, 7, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Why is it black? 19 is red. 28 is black. Why? They switch. 2 and 8, all the even numbers stay black. 10 stay negative. All the odd numbers, odd God, right? They go back and they go back. So it goes red, black, red, black, red, black. These are the connecting. What the octagon does is joins two sides two different ways. Here you can see it creates a ring in the middle. Here is when the numbers are going, if I get this right, 34, 35, 36, and this will be 34, 35, 36, and then it creates this. Then it creates the open space, flip-flopping it both ways. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I wonder if I can. Can you handle walking around in this? Then you have Mr. Towers. See that tower? I built this about 213, 214 before they built the new tower. Exactly like that. Squeezing between the two, 110 floors, pure communication. Or how about, how do I put this on the floor? How do I turn this around the screen? Okay, that's good. So I'm not really sure what I was doing with this. I think these two bars can move. I wasn't really sure what I was doing with that either. Right now we have, for some reason I had to skip a few out. I don't remember what I was in my mind, but I had to skip a few out. So yeah, the unfinished symphony. So we're going to explain to you that the X, what it is, right, is what I do is I'll take 4 of these dots and I can create an X or an O, which means I'm going to occupy this entire space. Is when I draw a line, right, I'm drawing 3 dots. There's 9 dots here. 9 dots to connect these 9 numbers. But if I was to draw it this way, over here, right, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. I need 8 dots. I need 12 dots. I need 16 dots before I can get these 9 numbers in. Here I need 16, 4 times 4. Here I need 16, 4 times 4. Over there I need 9, 3 times 2. 3 times 3, 33 and 44. Dividing Earth and Mars, the O and the X, or the ox. The Venus ox for the second Chinese zodiac sign, running in 258, running in gold, silver, and bronze. Telling us about more than one, but telling us about 4 times. Just give me a minute, I'm going to get my hot water.
You know, I don't want, there's no sad story, but I have to explain how I act. You have to know the whole act when you're reading. The whole act. You need to see what you're saying. To see whether or not it is true, it is fake, as it is possible. I have to judge everything I say to know in my own knowledge, did I turn right or did I turn left? Am I saying something that makes sense? So then we're going to go down and see this. Yeah, this is the thinker. You know, goes inside, he winds up. And then over here, I like to call him the, I like to say that's the bull. Not very fancy for a bear. See the way his head comes off, right? And then this, the bear and the bull, and there's the negotiator, the snake, the serpent, right? The sixth zodiac Chinese sign, right? Where is this? I don't even know. How come I can't speak straight into my camera? The sixth Chinese zodiac sign. We came to this planet as the children of the Creator on day 6. Can't we match that up? We came into the heavens 8, into creation. 8 and 3 says monkey. Every monkey is a 10, a 1 9 10, a 2 8 10, a 3 7 10, a 4 6 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. 100% equals to 1. I forget to breathe, so I just gotta put this down. We're gonna finish off with what I started here with these circles. So if you wanted to know where 1 came from, right, I would say that 1 comes from number 7 and 4. Well, 7 and 4 is 11, 1 and 1, right? Well, that's 2. Well, then what about 7 times 4? Well, that's 28. 2 plus 8 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So now we have 7 and 4 that can create 1. I really like to set something up here. So something that can hold. What can hold? I need to get something that holds. Just give me a second. Can I get anything that holds? Just give me a minute. Oh, you know, I had something at my sister's house, right? I can hold it on my head, maybe. Anyways, I'm going to turn around the camera. Oh, I'm going to put my phone on to see if anybody sent any comments. Hopefully something insightful. Here's me. Here's me. Live. How come I can't get it to play for me? Maybe I'll just give me a second. In studio, top content, content, live. No, they're not showing it to me on my own phone. Oh, I think I'm seeing it here. Oh no, they're not. They're not letting me watch my own video. So they're making me lose my time, so I can't really chat with anybody. Let me see this over here. Top chat. Oh yeah. Mushroom Experience, Art Cherry, board head, chairman of the board. Very good, chairman of the board. So am I bored? So let's get back to this. So let me put this camera down here. Right. So number 74 is going to equal to 28. Okay. And I like to regard this as a 10. Right. Because 10 equals to 10. And this one is black. Right. We can also call it negative. We're just going to leave it at that. Now, when I have, just let me think, I'm thinking, not 1. Let's use 2 times. Yes.
2 times 5 equals to 10, right? But this is a red and an even number. So this is actually showing up as 11, and this one can be 15, right? No, that cannot be 15. Sorry. God, that would have to be 23. Let's not look at that one. Yeah. So 2 times 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. I'm just trying to think. 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 times 6, 8 times 7, 8 times 8. Yes, so 8 times 8 equals to 64, and that's going to equal to a 1. But I definitely know this one and this one over here, right, are going to be, they're black on black numbers, right? Black on black numbers. So I know they're all going to be black. So all my multiples are going to be blacks right now. I can't use 3, 6, or 9, right? Because 3, 6, or 9 is never comes out to that. 3, 6, and 9 will never equal 1, 4, or 7, or 2, 5, or 8, right? Did you know that? That 1, 4, and 7, right, can equal to 1, 4, and 7, 2, 5, and 8. But 3, 6, and 9 will equal to 3, 6, and 9, where 2, 5, and 8 can equal to 3, 6, and 9, and to 1, 4, and 7. Did I get that? Let me see, did I got that right? Let me see, yes. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 7, 14. So we have 2 and 8 and 14 to equal to what is 285. So you see how it works. We have to find on what level when it changes into the next number. But anything to do with 3, 6, or 9, right? What it is I have to do this. 7, 1, and 4 equals to 1, 1, and 1. We run under the lowest denomination that we run under is the 147 denomination, which is also noted to be 10, 13, and 16. That's the Earth cycle in our calendar right now, in the North American Gregorian calendar. When you go to 2, 5, and 8, you're going to run 8, 5 over 2. And that's going to equal 1, 1, and 1. It'll equal 10, 10, 10, 10, but that 10, 10, 10 gets reduced into 1, 1, 1, 1, which is your 10, 10, 10 is also going to show you this. 3 X's, right? In baseball, you struck out. In bowling, you scored 30. You scored the day, right? And it's the day of creation. So it becomes Man Day. You know, like May Day. So then we have this one. So then we go to, I don't need to do 147. It goes here, right? If I did 147, well, we have 9, 6, and 3 equaling to 1, 1, 1. So we can see how everything comes into it. And then when we have the 1, 4, and 7, with 1, 4, and 7, okay, we can see this is 14, 8, and 2, which is 2, 8, and 5. So what if I had 7, 1, and 4 with 4, 1, and 7? So then I would have 11, 2, and 11, which will be 2, 2, and 2. So what if I had 7, 4, and 1 with 7, 1, and 4? Well, I'll have 5, 5, and 14. I'll have 5, 5, 5. So you can see what these numbers do. And to note that it's 7 months of 31 days. And it's going to be 4 months of 30 days. And then it's going to be 1 month, then it's going to be 1 month of 28 days. This will be in a cycle of 3. Then it'll be 7, 4, and 1, of where this one here, this is 31, this is 30, and this one's 29. If you notice, in this one over here, my total over here, okay, is 89. My total over here is 90. 8 and 9. 8 and 9 come together. 8 and 9, they're one, whether you put it this way
or whether you use it this way, vertical and horizontal, right? Which is number 84. By the way, this is our birth sign is in Pluto, the Kuiper belt, the greatest vibration from the extension to the outside of the rim of where we live, whether it's expanding out or whether it's flowing into the frozen space. Every crash vibration ends up at Pluto. Every crash vibration ends up knocking out the wall of Pluto. So are we vibrating at a higher frequency that the frozen walls of the Kuiper belt may reside somewhere at a short off distance and not 90 million miles away, but maybe 9,000 miles away. And for some people, maybe just a few miles away. The forbidden zone of Pluto. What happened in 2006 outside the game I play? What happened in 2006? Because in 2006, they wound down, okay, the rest in peace sign went onto Pluto in 2006. So that's 18 years ago. 18 years ago, and it's 25 years to life, so that would be 18 and 7. So did they wind it down in 2005? I'm just trying to think of it. Anyways, where was I going to go with this next? So we spoke about the cycles of we did the 7 months, the 4 months, and the 1 month. And what's ironic, okay, now I'm going to talk about this, unless somebody says to talk about something else. And I don't have enough information right now. I'm missing some information. Just remember the letters A and B, right? Let me see if anybody wrote anything down here. 11:11. Oh, mind you, I'm not sure what time it is out here, but yes, it's the nesting day. We send. Do we send on a day? Can we say we send or can we say descend? What would be we said? And wed is also to be wed, but the question is, what is it wed to? Because in the early morning there is a dew, D-E-W to W-E-D. Okay, I'm just going to try and keep this up here. So, wow, let me take a little sip of this. I don't like to advertise, but right from the beginning, when I look at this, right away, T-O-N, okay, says tons, meaning more than 1 ton, maybe talking about time, because it says Tim, and time is a myth, and they've said it in some of the songs that has been written. So this says out of time, past time, or hour or out, temps or time period. So this is what they call Timmy's. I'm going to see where I was in my thoughts. I was in a thought. I was bringing up something new that I wanted. Yes. The 29th of February, right? Let me just go through this. The changes that happen on the 29th. I just want to see if I can go back where I have some of this information. Anyways, I don't need all the information. All I need is the question. And then you throw me out all the pieces and parts that go with it. Like if you said tire, I'll go, does it go on a car? And if you said bicycle, I go with 2 wheels. And is it a boy's bike or a girl's bike? Well, what's the difference? I don't know. You crack me up, right? So, a ruler. Look at that. Went to school with a ruler, never knew. It had long lines and short lines. It says Lily, 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 Lily. As it says the long lines and the short lines, I know it's working in all 1/8. So since they start off the first one by a 16th, I know they're showing me half of. So it shows me that let me see this. It shows me that the longer line is my first eighth, right? I think this one is in 32s. I'd like to find out what number it's in, right? To understand what the ruler is trying to tell me. Is it working in quarters, right? And in this one, I think there's 16. So if there's 16, it's going to be telling me about half spaces. So they'll count 16. Otherwise, you can't go past 9. You follow what I'm saying? So I know we're working in either quarters, or we could be working in thirds, meaning that, hey, I'm the fine line in between this side and that side. I'm going to show you 3, 3, and 3. That didn't make much sense. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see these lines coming down? Like the hash marks, right? The shorter line and the longer line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's going to be 16. So I know this long line over here shows me the full space. And that full space, you see between here and here, a quarter. When you look in the quarter, there's like 2 little bricks, rectangular bricks. You can see the division in the rectangular bricks over here. So already you know there's going to be a design. And I have that design larger, but it's over there in the wall. It's because it's that large, you can't see that it looks like this. Basically the same thing. I'm just not as equal or even as this is. So let me see where we're going to go with this. You understood about the floor, right? So, yeah, so I want to talk about the 29th, but first I want to add up those days. Just 1 second. Yeah, I don't know if I showed you this part. Are you backwards on here or not? Oh, you are backwards, eh? Okay, let me fix that. You're backwards because I'm backwards with you, right? But I don't think you're backwards the other way. Yeah, right. Okay. So what I did when I set up this over here, for those who may have showed up here late, there's 10 over here. I added on 6, 6, and 6 in order to end up with this form. But this is still not complete. And because I don't have enough of these, I don't know if I'm going to complete it today or go over it, you know, on a trial error just to see what the story is going to be. So when I set it up, I set up this over here. So by setting that up, this will be 21, this center will be 55, this will be 21, and this will be 21. They'll all be 21. Here is your 21. Black Jack. That's what it is. These are your 21s. To surround in your 10, right? The 10 commandments, you have to add these 6. But we're not done yet, right? But you can see my computer's not working, right? I need repairs. I need repairs. That's very important. Very important. Very important. So we do this now. If I would create another one of these, and don't forget this 28 for the 28 cycle, right? Where does the 21 come? When you add 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it equals to 21. Now we have one complete one over here. What happens in completing this? How can I complete this whole thing and only count it for 10? Is there any way to do this and only count it for 10? You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see how can we bring all these 28 together and only count it for 10? Or can we redesign it? What happens if we redesign it? Right? Can we redesign it anyway? See the way we always have to have these angles? These are showing my H's. You see these the bullhorn in here? The Taurus, the female in between. If I would do it like this, right? This would be the star. And when you do it like that, if I put anything around it, so let me show you, hold on a second. Okay, just let me get this around it over here, keep that square. Did I do that properly? And that's the way it would look around it. Did I get that properly? Now, is that what the star would look like, right? And no matter what, when we end up with the star, I still end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, right, of the Tauruses to one star. So I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean yet,
okay? But in reality, you always are going to have two separate and two touching. So what does it do to my scenario now? What does it do to my scenario now? Because we always, why should we have that star? Maybe the star shows somewhere else, something else. Should we have that star or not? I do know that the Earth star, right? Right? You see the way we have a center here? And the Earth one is set up like this. This is the way the Earth one is shown up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what's this one? Mars, 3, 2, 3. With all, here's only the star, and here I have the I's and the H's of Taurus coming in. Here, what would I have? Can we also have Aries? Does Aries also have horns? What are the differences of horns? What's going on? Where does this come out from? And you can see it's a diamond, right? Is this talking about the King of Diamonds? What about the diamond suits? The King of Diamonds, right, only has one eye. So we've done that. We've went into this. Now, if I added on another section here, how would that go? Right? And then another section here. How many would end up going here? Would I get the same as this on this side and this on this side? I would end up with 84, and I'd end up with my rectangular. That 84 is now 4 times 21, because there's going to be another one here, another one here, and another one here. There's going to be another 63 that's added on, or 18. 18 of these, or the total 1 through 6 equals to 21. Only when we enter into here, and remember we count this as the 7th gate, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. 7, 7, 7, 21. 7, 7, 7, 21. 7, 7, 7, 21. But let me show you another page. If I can do this, I hope I can get this out done right. Just 1 second. Okay, so then we had that one there. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? But I shouldn't have been doing that, for the reason that I'm only going, the other one, I only added on 6, right? This one, I'm just going to do a little bit different. We're going to see what the answer is. I don't know yet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, so this is the original 10, right? No, this is the original 28. And then this one's 28. And then this one's 28. So once I add this one on the top, right? Once I add this one on the top, now this one is 28. So we have the 84 right over here for Pluto, 3 cycles of the moon. But since the cubes, right, over here, this whole thing is 28. I'm just trying to think. These were 21s. Sorry, these are 21s. These are 21s. This was a 55. I'm just doing different things. This is 55, and this is 10. This is 6. This is 6. This is 6. Okay? This ends up turning into a 1. What this means is when I add up 1 to 10 for the 10 bowling pins that are here, it'll equal to 55. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. At the same time, if I multiplied and added this, it would be 25 and 10 equaling to 35. And the heart of the cube is 3.5. 3.5, 3 and 5 equals to 8. The heaven's the heart of the hive. So we end up with 21. So we end up with 63. Now, my next question is, where do I put the next connection, right? Where do I put that next connection? See the envelope it created? And now we're going to do it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now my question is, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now, right, we have, now we have 64 by 4 is 256, right? And 512 is the beginning of memory, or was it 1024? So now we have 4 equal boxes that came out here. So now where do all the numbers go to? What am I supposed to do with these numbers? I think I have to go here, and then here, and then here, and I think I'm supposed to go here and here. Where am I supposed to go with this next? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Oh, right. And it matches there. I think this goes here. This one goes here. Let me think. Oh yes, we needed to cut this off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to cut this here. Then we have to run this here. We have to run that there. Then with this, what was this? Then there was, what was it? This came over here, and this moved up to here. This moved up to here. This came down to here. So is this the way it was? Is this the whole finite of it? I'm trying to figure out. See, I can't even figure out the numbers anymore. I'm a little lost, but if you take a look, anytime you have one of these, it's going a distance. All triangles are distance. This is going on the way down. This is going on the way down. And if you look at the top here, it's going all the way out, right? It's going all the way out. It's going all the way out to the distance. And I'm not really sure what I should put on this side, right? Because now this becomes a house. Not really sure if I should do it this way. Or you can see it becoming the distance. Now you can see all the rooms. I'm not sure if they're doors. I don't know if they open, right? I don't know if I did that properly. So so this one over here, right? I'm just trying to figure out. So this one over here, right? And this one over here. So let me color it in so I can read it a little bit better. This one over here. This is the first time I'm really doing this in a long time, and I don't know if I ever went as profound as I'm doing it today. Just to let you know that when you play blackjack, right, the game at 21, right, when you stand on 17, you're standing, right, on your 17 as its first and its second. And that STND says the word stand. In the word stand is 19 and 39, right? You're bringing two systems together. And now you're bringing the birth system into it, 3 and 9. Remember I spoke before how 3 and 1 come together? We put 3 on 1, 2, 3 over a 10, right? This one is your 10 pins, the center. The center is 10 pins, and then each one of the other ones is 6, 6, and 6. If I want to go 10 pins, right? How do I go 10 pins, right? How do I do that? Like if I took this, right, and I wanted to go 10 pins, here's my, whoop, I'm going a little fast. I get a little excited, a little excited. So get that over here, right, and get that over here. So now we got the 10 pins. Now, if I want to put another 10 pins, how do I do that without lining up an equal 4? Right? I'm just showing it to you this way. So if I line up the equal 4, I end up with these star or diamonds over here. At the same time, I end up with a straight line over here. So I'm turning what is all points into a straight line, creating what is the hexagon. With a hexagon, you need a straight line.
Straight line to the, well, I can create you an octagon with 8 sides, but all the angles would all look like straight lines, right? Anyways, anytime you make a degree movement, anyways, that's when, so here, when we did this one, so I'll end up with 20. So by ending up with 20 in this one, okay, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Okay, my question is, when we end up with 20 with this one, right? Look at the way this seems to round itself out, right? And what are the angles now of this here, right? We know when I look at this, right? If I did this over here, okay, we have this angle, okay? We have that angle. Is this angle that angle, or is it now this angle? Right? Is it going down to here? See the 45-degree angle? Did I break that plane? Is it right? Is this the angle now? I don't know. That's why I need sometimes people to help. Now, when I do this, I can now put 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, and 10 here. So I can put on another 40. When I put on that 40, I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I need to get my computer moving so I can understand this. And I would start this off. How do I create? I like to create a circle, right? Just outside there you go, right outside. Now that I have that, I want to create one inside. So I can create a circle inside another circle when I have a square, because it's that square that gives me the exact space I need in order to create that. And then this is not the same. This is not the same as the square. See the way this takes up 4 areas, right? I took up 4 areas. Here I did it in 1 area plus. Here I did it, I took 4 areas and I went outside. Not the same thing. 1 and 4 are different. This is not the same as this. So we also did that 3-1-3. We're going to finish this in a second. I want to go back to that 3-1-3. Yes, right over here, where, yes, I showed you that there was, where the original 10 was. I don't have the design here anymore. It's too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then we ended up with 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know when you talk about 3, 3, 3? Well, what about this one? Right? I don't need, right? I don't need to add on the 2 or the 1, because it's the 1 and the 2 that get created over here, where 1 pushes itself inside of this area. So if I show you the setup of the bowling pins, right, like that, it showed me that I pushed my 1 position inside these 2, and now I made them into bookends for my 1 position. So you would end up actually with just this design, and that design, now I have to remember all the numbers that went with it. Originally, it was 28, but now I'm going to take off 369 minus 9 equals to 19. So bringing 2 systems together, and this will be, if I remember correctly, what I like to do with this is it's the S and the I coming together. Not actually Levi's 505. It's a representation of Mars and Taurus in the house of Bait, the W world, number 23, times 3 equals 69. 24 times 4 equals 96. 33 versus 44, Abraham. Space. Teen. All equal to 44. You know what I get backwards? I get mass. I get the mass. And then I get what the mass, mass, 33. I forget. Oh, yes, I get Isaac is number 33. This will create my 9 and my 16. Do you remember from the 2 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago, I was showing, I don't remember where I showed you that area space. Where was it that I showed you that area space? Just Give me a second. I counted area space. Anyways, regardless, it's 313 is the cycle with the leap year in between, or it's 131. This equals to 5, this equals to 7. 5775 was the marking of 6,000 years. 25 times 9 equals 225. This is the area that we play within the target space. The target. The bull, Taurus, et. Number 47 and 25. Right? Over 25, and what you're going to get is earth time, earth energy. And this is going to be 63. That's the male creation. 2 and 7, house of bait, 72. 4 and 2, 6. 7 and 5, 12. 1 and 2, 3. The other thing about this is 225 to this is 6,000. I'm just trying to remember what that other number is. There was another number. 25 by 9, 225, 22.5. Anyways, I don't remember. I know the 22nd letter is for V for life. We were working on that equation. Yes, this one over here, I want to finish off with, first we had 28 total, which was, again, 6 and 10 and 6 and 6 equals to 28. I'm going to minus 3 and 3 and 3 equals to 19. My original count, right, in my question of 6 numbers, okay, was 21. But I removed 3 of them. I'm only going to count 4, 5, 6, and that's all I'm going to count. So I'm going to count 4, 5, and 6 equals to 15, and it's going to happen 3 times. Right? But I don't think you can do it all 3. I think you can only do 2, like the crown. We're going to get to this in a second, right? So you end up with 15, and believe it or not, this says the Fed. Fed, def. 4, 5, and 6. It gives you a total of 15, okay? And it's a straight in the game of cribbage. This is the highest ranking, I think, of 3 cards you can possibly have. That is a total of 45. So we didn't count, right? We didn't count the 3 of those. So we didn't count 6, 6, and 6. So we have 18 and 45 equals to 63. That's our base creation, 63. 7 times 4, 7 plus 4 equals to 36. Whoop, 9 times 4. No, I got that right. Oh boy. I had one thing in my head. Just give me a second to erase this. Overlapping the security measures in my mind. It's 9 times 7 and 9 times 4. 74 is the energy of the beast of Christ of time, walk on the moon. 63, 36. The Freedom Pass is 66. That'd be 1929. Right? That leap year where the spirit brings in 2 worlds. 29, right? The angels come to town when you match them up. So now we're going to get back to this over here. So we went down and we're down to 19 pieces. Our total value in here, right? Did I take away the head? Right? Yeah, I even took away the original head. Where is the original head of this? Can I just see where the original head is? See, that's not the original head. Let me put them all back. I'm trying to find the original head of this design. Just give me a second. Boy. What was the original head of this design? Because the original head of this design starts off like this, right? And then I put on to this side. I just want to redo this again. No, actually, I don't want to redo it yet. Just give me a second. Yeah, we're going to redo it. I want to redo it just for the, just so I can catch myself up here. Where was I with the original design? 1 here, 2 here. I'm not putting the number orders this time. I just want to get this design down, right? If they would just stick in place, it'd be so much easier. Okay, so here's the design. Now what I do is I add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 onto the bottom side, and then onto this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then over here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So you can see I encompass the original 10, and I'm going to mark those up again. Come on, baby, show me where I got a pen, please. I really need to, just give me a second. I have to put this on something. I have to put this on something. I think I got it. I think I got it. Hold on a second. I think I got it. Hold on a second. Hold on. If you would see what I'm doing right now. Oh my God, you should see what I'm doing. Oh, that's good. Now hold on a second. You should see this contraption I just made. Oh my God. Let me hold on a second. Oh my God. Oops. It all fell down. Okay, forget about that. Okay, so what we did is we're gonna do this one, and this one. There's your 10. Here's the 6. Right? Now I can still add in, make this larger, but like I said, I'm taking away these 3, and these 3, because it resides right over here. And now I end up with this. Let me see if I got this all proper. Did I get this proper? So now I have, don't want to do this. We want to see what's going on here. See, I made an X because I reached a corner, right? So maybe it's an obligation to the X. So here I connected. So I connected 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now I just connected 11. And inside 11 is 1, right? Inside 11 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we connected 6 and then 1. So now we have 11, 6, and 1. I don't know what the numbers were before. I can get back to those numbers, right, and start measuring all the way around, right? We can go all the way around. Whoops, sorry about that. We can go back. I didn't do that count yet. See, we need to know what's inside the core. Right? We need to know what's inside the core. So we put this, so if I had to go all the way around now, so I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There would be 18. And then inside that, there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There would be 9. Right? So there would be, let me see, I did this. Let me see. I did this, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then there would be 1. So this would equal to 28. And then this one would equal to 28. So if I would be winding it, right, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But otherwise, I'd be counting it this way. This says CAF, and this one says IRA. And that's what's controlling this thing. Now, it's not finished yet, but this is the basis of that. So I'm turning around the camera, and I'm going to take us on another goose chase in just 2 minutes as soon as I put away the crazy piece of wood I just took out. Let me see who's here in the top chat, if anything's been spoken. Oh boy, I'm a few questions behind, so I'm gonna go heat up my water again because I didn't finish it the first time. Just give me a second. If you have to go make a pee-pee or a poo-poo, a 1 or a 2, and you want to go sit down on the throne, but I don't know if you threw the ball or the ball was thrown. And did you know if I'd say THR and THR, I don't know if you're the TeCHR, right? R noted. What is R666 18? What is it? It's the one right in the center over here is what notes to be 8 and 1. And when you talk in French, you will say 18. So you're going to say 10 and 8. So the 10 can be reduced to a 1. And the 8 is, well, it's the 8. It's in the sun. It's part of the Venus system. 4 times 2 is that 8. They say it when they go to 80, and 88 returns to 8, and it returns to 1 and 7. 1 and 7 is also noted to be silver. There are 2 silvers, one becomes gold. And according to numbers, right, with numbers, there is no team that wins the Stanley Cup every year with numbers. It'll only win it for a certain period of time because of the reason of whichever game comes out of where we play the numbers, right? There's no team that will never win because each part of your body is always a winner in life. And when life is over, you're here to die. But this is a controlled die. You cannot control the die in gambling or in any games, but in magic, you are allowed. In magic, you control the cards, you control the die, you control everything. So we have to understand to differentiate the amateur and the professional and the magical life. Because it's in that word magical and in the word Oz in the yellow brick road or the golden road, from the wicked witch of the east to the wicked witch of the west, or it was the good witch to one side. Lord of the Rings. I don't know, but when I have a ring on top, I can hang it. If I put the ring in the middle, look what happens. I put the ring in the middle, it does this. I put the ring on top, it does this. Oh, the doorbell's ringing. Wait a second. I hear the ding-a-ling of the cowbell. Must be Marianne. Give me a second. CAT, cat, communication, angle of transmission or transition. I am a cat, number 24, the letter X. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals 8 and 6. It is on the big 8 and 6. It is Fox headquarters. It is how the connections come along. It's part of the operator, which is Zion Israel, which is Blue Boy DC, standing out for Mars. 1.5 times 4 is 6, the payout in blackjack. The running of the cube, Ace 11, our secondary creation of 1 alpha, split up into 2 systems with an operator between us. You want to know about the Bible? Tell me a word. It's all about the word. The Lord did not lie. The Lord never lied. The Lord said exactly the way it was. In the book, they said it was the Word. Everybody'd say, well, where's God? Where's God? I got to pray. Pray on yourself that you should do good. Pray on yourself that you should know how to teach others to do good. Know what is good, how to differentiate when something should be rule and law and when something should not. And why? With reason, logic. But how do you know if your logic and reason is good enough? How do you balance your logic and reason? Maybe some of us weren't balanced that way. I have one of my friends, he's like the smartest. In fact, I have a bunch of friends that they're like the smartest people in the world, but yet they can't balance out the logic of some things, right? When something seems so real, right? When you know it's real, you know, you still don't close your mind to somebody else's thoughts. You know what's funny? I made these 10 years ago. And no matter who I gave them to, they always return them to me. Right? No matter who I gave them to, they always return them to me. Right? They're not, I mean, they wouldn't fit me. Hold on, I'm not changing here, right? But maybe it would make a nice shirt or something, you know? I mean, maybe I want to split it apart and just turn this into a shirt, because I can't seem to give it away. And maybe I can just like put it up over here like that. Just like, what would I look like this? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? Where's the dog in the house? Ho, ho, ho. Where's the dog in the house, eh? Hoo-wee! I gotta have something to drink. How's everybody doing now? I'm the dog. Woof! You just never know when the boogeyman's gonna show up, right? Maybe that'd be a good costume for Halloween. Whew. Okay. So we did this thing with the circles. I'm gonna take this away right now. The backgammon game, which is a board of 6, 6, 6, and 6. Whoa. The other thing I was going to talk about was maybe the directions off of this ball, right? Imagine, do we have just a pinpoint, right? You don't have to go all the way through, right? We can just have just a little point, right? Over here, right? Each one under separate bearing. So like it can tilt like that maybe, right? Or it's straight. So if I did this, let me just go to the bathroom. So how many directions can we get out of this? You know, we can stick one here. Maybe we can go all the way through, right? Can I go all the way through? Can't go through this way because I need this controlling. So I lose this, right? So I go all the way through that way. Now I can't go all the way through because I'm going to hit. So I'm going to go here. I have to stop. I only can put one all the way through. And here I have to stop because I have to stop at this pole over here. It's not the same as this over here because I can't squeeze it in the same way. I don't know what the story's going on. And then what I'm going to do is right? And now what I'm doing is all obligations, right? I put 4 going down, I put 4 going up, and I got 4 in the middle. 4, 4, 4 is 12. The 14 is over here on this pole, right?
Imagine if this was the filter coming in and this was the filter coming out. Now, should I have any more or any less? Well, if this was, can we call it a Trinity pole? What would happen, right, if we were running, right, in this motion over here, that 3? What would happen to what would happen? How would I be placing it? Or maybe we are running on that 3. 1 second. So we have it running on this 3. So what would happen is, would I have 1 going straight through it this way, saying this world is on 3, but this world over here, right? So let me just do this. Right? See, this one, I count as 3, 120 degrees. But when you see this one over here, it counts as 4, and that's 90 degrees. Can we look at it that way? And if I did it that way, how many of these would I be able to, I'm just trying to see now, what did I do? I'm just trying to figure out. I got 2 here, so that means I can get, if I get 2 up there, I can get one here, 1 here. I think the other one is here. Well, I'm not very good at calculating, right? I'm just trying to figure out. Let me start over again. Let me start over again, right? So I need to put, do I put 4, 4, and 4 for 12 and 3? I don't know. But anyways, I'm just trying to figure out what I can do. I'm going to leave that for now. It's going to get a little confusing. We're going to see what else we were going to do or going to do, or finish off talking about those round circles. Or when we put all the triangles together, right, I ended up in each zone with a different number. Instead of 21, it was 15, 15, and 15. And the fourth 15 equals to 60. Maybe that's a time measurement, also the measurement of the moon. Okay, let me go back and see what some of this says. Absolutely, we are born in the time of the serpent. And there were 3 serpents, 2 serpents and 1 serpent. Pharaoh had 2 serpents, Moses had 1 serpent. So you can see what it seems like over time is what happened, is number 1 told number 2, I want you to make life hard on me. Teach me everything you know about the earth. And it captivated its own self until it was ready to free itself over time. Two dice. Well, Egypt is 5. Egypt, right, is 5772. The bookends of Earth says Egypt, right? It's almost like Moses said. Listen. We were told. No. They said, Pharaoh said to Moses, listen. Your mother sent you here because apparently we had to do this, this, and this for this reason. So you guys get to control everything. And we worked that hard is because not all of us worked that hard, and we only saw pieces and parts of that. But anyways, don't want to talk about that. I don't know enough about it. And it's partly not a joke, but it's partly that's what it seems like it is. Even when, in the game in Jesus, right, in the game, it's like Jesus went up, the Jews went up to the Romans, and they said to the Romans, listen, we don't want this guy. Why did the Romans care what the Jews want? So they said all kinds of bad things about him, right? Because it wasn't the Romans in control. Never was. It's part of, for me, when it comes to games like we're in, game storytelling in the game that we're playing right now, reading of the cards, the dice, the words, etc., from real things to calculators and bowling and hockey and soccer and round circles and square circles and octagons and hexagons. Anyways, what it just tells me is that the minority is captivating the entire world. For whatever reason it is, in this game, they even control the moon and the sun. 18 Chai, is the heart. 18 Chai is this. This is 18 Chai. Yes. 18 Chai is like this. It is 18 Chai. There are 18 cubes surrounding the center cube equaling to 19, connecting AI or the letter S, which is the number 5, which gives you NEW, which gives you the E world. The 5th letter, the 14th letter, the 23rd letter, all inverted to what is 999. That is our birth in all 3 systems on the Nassau cross. The Nassau cross is a cross of 6. It's 3 lines representing the cube, Mona Lisa Nassau. The Da Vinci Code is a divided code because everything is in pieces and parts. You have to bring them together. When I don't know why it doesn't stay here. I try to keep the chat up and it keeps falling down to the bottom. Whoop, I just felt my phone buzz. Oh, it's only 2:45 in the afternoon. My phone buzzed. Let's see why. 91 minutes, 15 seconds. Glitching, yes. There was a bunch of glitches the other day. It was mentioned by a friend of mine. So let me see in a second. Okay, I have to make a phone call. We're going to take a break. Give me a minute. Wow, whoop. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Okay. I had to make arrangements. Now I got up before, and now I don't remember why I got up, why I'm sitting down. I know why I'm here. You ever see here's a queen, right? See the way it says, even on her dressing, 5-1, 5-1, 5-1. When you put them closer together, the S looks like an R. Not just me, many have said it. No mustache. Let me just separate some of the cards. 808. See the 808 over here? 8 comes back to 8. So I was talking, yes, I wanted to do the 29th, okay? We're going to do the 29th. We're going to move on to the 29th. So there are 13 cards to a suit. Oh, I like these pens. These are the 1.6. I don't mind the 1.4s, but I bought the 1s and I don't know what my rush was because I don't like them. I don't flow with them, you know? I'd rather use a 4 pillars pen. Right, so and I've got the 4 out over here. I look at how ironic is that, right? In which we also spoke before, which is the 33 and the 44 coming together. Yes, I did that on the floor. I'm going to show you that first. Whoops. Let me do this first. I did this on the floor showing you that the 1, 2, 3, 4 dots can create an X, right? and can create the O. But if I want to go from the center of each one, right, I'm going to go from here, and I'll go from the center there to here. If I'm doing that, then every box, okay, is going to need, this one will need 9. So they're all going to need 9. But since 3 of them are connecting to this box, I only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 originally, because I can't find the middle of this one unless what I do to this one is cross it, and then I have the middle. That means would I have to put an X with a dot saying that's my X and O because my X created the happy medium connection? Or would I be working this way? Here I can make the X and the O in the single one, but the straight line has to come from a center. So remember I said I only needed 4 before, right? I only needed 1. Well, it had to be surrounded, right? 1 here, and 1 here, and I can create that straight line. So I would need 3, 4, 5, 6. I would need 7, 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 21 dots for a row. When I go down to the second row, right? When I go down to the second row, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? I only need 7 and 7. So when I have 2 sets of numbers, or 6, and that's all you need for the cube, right, is 6, I'd have 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have a total of 35. And that's all I need, which is 0.7, right? Or I shouldn't say it that way, which is 7 more than 28. And 28 is noted to be as your moon cycle. Your moon cycle also runs with what is an ounce. 1 ounce is 28 grams, right? How about the gateway to the Ram or Aries, right, in Mars? So this is why I talk about that. I don't know very much, and I'd like to learn more about the zodiac, right? And it's because when you bring words into it, right, like over here, this is 39. So the angel will pop up. But if we have more than one ram, right? If we have more than one ram, then how does that work for our PC, right? How does it work for your PC? What I'm talking about is when you get to your computer and you start having rams, right? Everything is getting integrated. The words get integrated into other denominal relationships, more stories that are told. I have something on my eye over here. So that's the difference between using 4 dots for a number. Let's see what that calculation was, and I'm going to go back and show you on the floor, right? I'm going to go back and show you on the floor. Let me see, did I do this right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That was okay. But when we're using a full set of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we need 49 for this block. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that'll be 81. 49, 81, 32. Okay, so here. So this one shows up like this. Now that I've extended for 9 numbers, right? It's 9 numbers, and there's 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. That's 5, 6, 7. You'll have 7 sevens. You'll have 49 dots. These connections. And by the way, it connects like this, almost like X1, right? In other scenarios in this, okay, it's going to connect let me see, did I do this right? Oh, okay, okay, okay. So what's going to happen? It's going to come down here. This is the grid layout. And 23, 26, 25, 28, 23, 24, 25, 6. Okay. All right. Okay. So 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. No, anyways, I didn't put that down properly. That's wrong. That's, just give me a second. Okay, this is what it looks like. You see the way it becomes X1, and just let me see where I got here, and then we're gonna go here and here. Then we're gonna go here, here. Wow, I didn't want to do this, but I'm doing it. 27. This will go here. This will go to 30. And I know it's messy. And then it's going to go like that. And then it's going to go like that. And this one, all right, this one is going to connect over here. This one, I'm just 23, 24, 25, right? I'm just trying to think, 25, 26. So we got this one, this one, this one. Okay, that's the way it connects. So what this is it's 36 numbers. You see that we connect 11, 11 on this. The only time we connect 9 is when we flip it over. So anyways, we started off with the 7, right? When we're doing it this way, we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12. We only end up with 16. We end up with 16 dots. When we do this scenario over here, we end up with 49 dots. This is 44, and this one is 77. Christ, time, energy, division of day and night inside the house of bait. This is Christ, this is power, this is team, this is space. Understanding area, space occupied, and the story it tells. This, okay, is going to be the same as what this one is over here. Any one of these over here. Not this, okay? This one is connected different, right? There is no heart in this one. So Mars would get the ox, right? This one, I created an X inside of this one. So this one gets a heart. So I'm going to have to use up a 9 space for this. Okay. Here I can use, here I have to use up 9 dots for this one, for the occupation of area space. Here, only 4 dots for that one. There is no center. So this is what it's going to look like. If I'm going to be able to create that X not showing any dots, right? Will it be this over here? Like this? Or this is going to tell me about 9 dots because I created a heart. Or can I do it like this? But in this one over here, I only can show 4. This one shows 4, this one shows 9. This 7 by 749 will show both of them inside of each of their own houses because we can continue on and doing this. We live in the star system. And this is not square. These are more or less like this, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, something like that. But they're rectangular in roulette. Okay, I just need to take a little bit of a drink and breathe for a second, and let me check out if... Just give me my phone back again. It's a good thing I picked up the phone 10 minutes ago. Okay, what was I looking at? So now let's look at this. Imagine all of these, right, are all the people in the world, and there's the one controller of all these cards. All these cards tomorrow decide to share everything they have with each other and decide, maybe I'll stay home. Let's call it a game month. For all the lives of all the people that ever lived forever in eternity, let's call it a 30 days of where we all help out our neighbors. But who is going to do this? We moved out of town. Everything is broken apart. Trust is out of the box. How do we do it? We share the truth. Something somebody can believe in. Something that's catchy, like creation. Like where it is and how we can compare it and how we can positively, distinctly prove with the little information that we have in our hands, the deck of cards, the ATM, why the letters are where they are, why on the ATM is there a Q and a Z on the number 1 and there's no Q and Z on the telephone on number 1, and why did they take the Q from the telephone why did they take the Q from the telephone and move it from the 7 key all the way over to the 1 key, and took it from the 9 key and moved it over to the 1 key? Some monkey. Well, one of the reasons 7 and 9 come together. Mars, a 4-letter word, M-A-R-S. Hey, maybe I can balance it on this. Maybe I can balance it on this. Wow. Sorry about that. Sean, how you doing, Sean? Okay, so, wow, we gotta just move that here, right? So we can back that up. So now we have Mars, right? Which you can also call it the Ram, but it's more than just Mars, because Mars, right, being the 4th planet, 2 cubed, right, 8. It takes up this area here, this area here, this area here, and this area here. Okay, all surrounding number 5. And number 5, 1 and 10 and 19 and 28 equals to 58. 5 and 14 and 23 and 32 equals to 74. 9 and 18 and 27 and 36 equals to 90. This center over here is the 5 position. You can count 8 surrounding 1 equaling to a total of 9.
which is one of the reasons, and the vowels are A, E, and I. I controls this entire region. I controls this region over here. This 90 controls this one. Mars is number 51, plural. It's equals to 32 and 19. Two systems come together. Plural with S, not ES, not in the E world, just in the S world. So is that the spirit world, the soul world? The reverse of Mars is this over here, and the value of that is 57. So in order to create it, 3 by 19 equals to 57. 3 by 17 equals to 51. When they say 77, they are going to say 60 and 10 and 7. When they say 97, they will say 4 times 20 plus 10 plus 7. When they say 17, okay, they will say 10, okay, plus 7. But in all this reality here, if it's misunderstood, okay, it can be possibly understood as 60 and 10 minus 7 equals to 77 as this addition, or it's going to equal to 63. And what's ironic is that 7 times 7, 7 plus 7 is 49 and 14, 63 and 35. So I always mark 3.5, the heart of the cube. And then when it comes to this one over here, right, it becomes 18 and 9 equaling to 27 and 9. It's our birth in the house of 8. It's funny the way this equals to this number. This one over here could be said 4 times 20, and the same thing could be equal to 83, but it's equal to 97. It could be equal to 83. 4 by 20 and 10 minus 7. Why it would be said that way into the mirror worlds. It just so happens that 5 and 2 create what is 10 and 7. If I minus this, it equals to 3, and that's our C for creation. Our C19 is of our creation of the two worlds coming together in the moon, unlike over here at the gateway. If you notice, we also say 18, right? And in French, we say 17. Okay, and here we're going to say 19. Also, the word says new. Also to note that 8 is not used like any other word. And you go, when you say, if you want to say, let's say 88, you see the way we went and doubled this up like this? I would go 4 fois 20 plus 10 et 8 equals to 88, and can be misunderstood, okay, and come out to 82, which is the cycle of the moon and the numeric value for man, right? It can also be noted as the B world. This is not said, okay, like this. Sorry, I made a mistake. This is not said that way. Sorry, it's a mistake. It's something else I was doing, working on. Let's take this away for now. Just 1 second, I'll show you. Blank that out for now. What this is saying is 4 times 20, and then it says 8. It's a very misunderstood a number for an English person when they say 4 fois 88. So when they're calling 88, I hear 428. So if I go 4 by 28, okay, this is going to be 112. And what's this going to be? It's going to be 4 moon cycles. It's going to be 3 moon cycle and a 1 moon cycle. 3 moon cycle and a 1 moon cycle, and a 3 moon cycle and a 1 moon cycle. Otherwise, it's going to equal to this number over here. It's an E-world passage to the 4 corners. Where is the 1? It's in the heart of this cube. Why do I do this? Because of A, B, C, D, our base creation. If you want to go, some people say after the death, Some people say before the Christ, but I call this the Zen code. This is where the pigs and the rabbits come in, pig and rabbit. The 4th Chinese zodiac sign and the 12th zodiac sign brings in purple. 1 and 2 equals to 3 for Earth, as Earth was created by 1 inside of 2, creating 3 out of the pig. The rabbit is the 4th Chinese zodiac sign. Where do I get this from? When you say 10-4 in CB code, I put my rabbit ears on. But at the same time, if I wanted to do it at home, I would use abracadabra. I would use Abraham radio. Amram, Abraham, the one antenna connecting to Mars. The rabbit ears connecting to Earth, 10-4 CB code. 10-4 CB code, and we're going to connect to that 1-3 cycle of the bar mitzvah of man, 1 and 3. Otherwise, we have the freedom pass, 55, which connects and gives us life of 22 of ape go. So once we have ape go, we have 22 for go. We also have green. We have green, we have 49. 2 power 2, 3 power 2. Or let's go 2 cubed and 3 cubed. In Rubik's Cube, you have this area and this area, right? And I'm just going to make a squiggly line, right? You have these areas, 3 lines, okay? That's going to have all around this area. So there's going to be 18 and 1. High to control. Controls 18. The only ones on the corners are the 8 corners. Maybe it's the talit, right? So 3 cubed, and that becomes 3.5, and that is what the hand of God is. And that's only on a base schedule, on a base, a skeleton-like, meaning I'm not complete. When we have this, it equals to 10. D becomes the mirror. It's 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. If I just add up A, B, C, it equals to 6. If I do B, C, D, right, which is 1 and 5 and 1, I would do 2, 3, 4, and I go 6. I would go 2, 3, 4, and 4, 3, 2. In all actuality, when we reach 10, right, if I would have to reach 10, I would be going 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this side would be 30, and this side would be 9, with 5 in between. 44 area space. I'm not really sure how to explain that. But we're going to go back to A, B, C, B, C, D. The B, C, D is 9, and it's configured by 33. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 will equal 6 and 9. So we live in a split system. Being in a split system where we have 15 here and 10 over here, we have to understand it's 1.5 times the difference, or 3 to 2. And it's the same payout in blackjack, the game of 21. And I was talking about number 88, right? Oh, yes, right over here. So this number is just supposed to say 88. We do not, although we use the 18, we do not come into the 80s, right? Saying the 18, we only say the 20s. So anything to do with the 20s will be in the 80s. Unlike, right, what happens in the 70s and 90s when we count the 10. The 1 over here. Here, it's the 2 that we're counting. Oh, sorry, here it's the 2 we count. Here we count the 1. 1 is Aleph, 1 is Beit. So 7 and 9, the birthway and the gateway into the heavens of Beit. So now what happens is we're just going to go we're going to go Mars, the sun, and the moon. 57, 54, 51. 3 by 17, look at the 7. 3 by 18, look at the 8. 3 by 19, look at the 9. Connects 2 systems together. With this one over here, okay, we are going to get 3, 2, 1, or A, starting from the altar side of 360 degrees. B, C. Now the question is, when you're talking degrees, right? Let's say I do this, right? Let's make a circle. And this is the 180 degree mark. Well, every one of these should get at least 10 degrees to it. That means I need to reach out into the 190s. I need to reach out above here and below here. I need to reach out this whole area here. I need to go below the surface in order to get that. So we need to run into this. So we begin -1, right? And then what? Plus 18? Is that what it is? Or is it -1 plus 17 plus or -1? Because we run into the eye of the next circle, right? So this area here has to take an area above and below, and this area here has to take an area above and below. I'm not sure if I explained that properly. I'm not sure if I explained anything properly. Just to note that when I said the beast or Jesus and energy comes from this partial over here, the E world. And this shifts. There's a shift in this. I don't know if I have that number grid set up here. I don't know what was this one? No, this is the grid movement of 5. If I started everything off at 5, right, then I would count. If I started the 5 off of 5, right, 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5, then the 6, I add 5 to each one of these. So it'd be 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, 5. This would be 4, 9, 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3. You see the movement of 5, what happens with it? This one goes up 1. Every second one goes up 1. When you have the movement of 5 from 3, it's the same thing. I have 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8, 9, 1. So how the movement of 5 just goes on this grid over here. Now I want to just jump ahead, jump forward. Just want to see what I have over here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I don't know what I was doing there. I don't remember. Just let me move a little bit further forward. We're going to talk about the number of the beast, but right now I want to, let me see if I can block this over here. Right now what I want to talk about is February 29th, day 60, right? If I had to reverse the entire calendar, right, to this day, it would be I have to take a guess on this, 336, what is it, 300, I did 306 days. And I want to touch this one. No, 306 days. Go all the way to this day and touch it. 306. 307, yes. There'd be 306 days remaining. And it would be the 307th day. Did I get that right? If I went to February 28th, day 59, right? I would have 307 days and 308th day. So what this is this is the day touching to this day. In roulette, the 28 and the 29, right? The 28 and the 29 in roulette, they connect in the ring of the octagon. The 6 and the 7 will represent what is the Jack and the King, and here it represents the King and the Queen. At the same time, this is your 17th gateway, and this is through the moon. 13 and 42 equals to 55, and the 29, the adding and the minus. Here it's going to be 56 and 15 equals to 71. It just keeps going back into itself. On the minus side, it's 41 for home. 41 for home, king. So what happens now is that April 1st is the 91st day. But in a leap year, it becomes the 92nd day. So notice, it goes from alpha into beta. 39 and 18, 14 DNA into the mirror world. Here, the T and the S are the split. Here is the T and the S. They are a split at 66. Now, instead of counting regular alphabet, I've gone over to gematria. Gematria 7, the piano gematria, Trinity. So in Trinity, this is where it works out. So it becomes 7, 6, 6, which is total of 19, 12 and 7, 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals to 12 equals to 7. That's your AI coming together. And then 27 and 37. Did I get that right? 27, 37. Hold on a second. 27, 37, 27, 37. Just give me a second. I'm trying to remember. 27 and 17. Let me do it that way. There is 37 at the end, but it's 27 and 17. 44 will give me area space. It'll always give me, it will give me to the minus side, it will give me my mirror. Creates teen space, and it's a division of 3. Division of 3. The reason the division of 3 is 4 times 4 equals to 16. Whoops, it's not showing you. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus 4 equals to 0, 8, 24. This is 2/3. This is 1/3. I know it runs by 120 degrees, and it's 3 periods long to equal to the 360 of the 60 minutes of the day of the game. I need to do that times 6 equals to another 360. And then I have to multiply it times 4 to equal out to the third ring or the third circle of 360. 60 minutes, 60 seconds. The first ring, 120. The day is 1,440 minutes. That means it's 4 times 360. That's how I calculate it. When it came to this one over here, 27 and 17, what this was is 1 and 7 and 2 and 7. 1 times 2, 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So I should have went to 3 and 7 and 2 and 7. But anyways, this one over here comes out of this. And this is our base creation. These two here, 9 and 1, 8 and 2, runs the inner and outer circle, right? The circumference of bait, and it's 2 by 2. And so we're just going to call it the big W, number 23, 3 by 23 to equal to 69, which brings the A, B, C, D world together, in which this one, my question is it 0D to bring this in into where this one becomes AD to bring this in? I want to circumference it, right? I want to put something here and something here and something here and something here, but I have nothing to put here, so I'm putting O. So this is just a question. Irrelevant to the fact, this one equals 6, this one equals 9. In between this is where your 7 and 8 come into your rotation. Whether it's a G and H for the sound of F as in laugh, 7 and 8 equals to 15, equals to that O. Or it can be P and H to sound like the F, which is 16 and 8. Right over here, 16 and 8, where it becomes 7 and 8. The same thing, 7 and 8. And that's where your queen and your king get to that gateway. In the rotation, the last number are these two numbers over here, the yin and the yang. So we get to April 2nd. So what is this? When you add up 1 to 13, it equals to 91. The word spirit, okay, equals to 91. So 1 suit in the deck of cards. So you go 91 times 4 suits is 364. Well, let's do 3 suits is 273. And that's September, okay, 30th. But in a leap year, right, it becomes September 29th, in which we connect to the 3rd suit and we complete our ABC. We connect to the 3rd suit and we connect to the ABC. There will be a total of 3 times 91 to equal to 273. To happen to be 929. The 9th month of the 29th date to hit 273, which is not going to hit, which is now September 30th, equals to 274. The separation between 3 and 4 of A, B, C to one, B, C, D to the other, dividing in the house of bait, becoming the mirror of the house of bait. As you can see on this cube over here, there's nothing in the center. The Holy Ghost plays a role to where you have this magical cube over here, and there's 7. The Holy Ghost plays with 313 into this cube over here. Let me see. It plays 313 into this cube over here. 3 areas, 1, 2, 3, sorry, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 areas. And we connect them this way. We chop off a corner. With this over here on this angle, it's this side or this side. It's the double world out of this one. It becomes the double world out of this one. It's this way or this way when 2 or 5 are up. H, 25. I, 25. H, 43. The heavens of Mars and Earth to the life on Jupiter and Venus. Where is 7, 8, and 9? 7 is the total. The only time you get to 8 is when you 2 cubes, or it's the heavens of 1, is where 8 resides. Noted to use your calculator to understand the 9th face. They're all 9 faces. That is their truth. So we're getting back to understand this. So what happens now is the spirit connects on the 91st day. But we also note that the day of the fish, right? When the 2 circles meet, the Jesus fish. When the 2 circles meet, the Jesus fish, right over here, is on April 1st, which is supposed to be April Fool, 30, 42, 48. The word sun, ring, pole. 16 is 1/3 of this. This is the creation of the half-life of Earth and Mars. 1 and 6. 1 and 6, the half-life of Mars, right? When the 6 is sitting this way and the 5 is up, we have the I. When the 3 or 4 is up, we have the H. See that dot? See that dot? I can drill right through it and you'll see it. This cube over here has 21 dots, 33 voids. So if you say, why are they praying to the house of Kaaba? Because the story is hidden in the house of Kaaba. The more information, the more questions we have. If you know about the zodiac, talk about it. Because in any word of the zodiac is going to be a story. Any numbers that go into the zodiac is going to be a story. So this is what it is. So now when we get to what they call, in my game, I think the word is abort. Yes, I think to abort the mission, right? Shun, right? To abort the mission, right? So one of the reasons you don't want to surpass the 91st day, if you notice, right? This becomes day 60. You connect the 6th day. You have landed, okay? You've landed on this day. When you landed on that day, right? When you landed on that day, let me see if I can get this out over here. You surpassed by 3 days, day 304. Day 304 is Halloween. So we've passed it by 3 days. Okay, so if I have to go back 3 days, would this be the 26th or would this be March 2nd? Yeah, I have to go backwards. So it would be, this one would be the 1st. This one would be the 2nd. Yes, it would be March 3rd. So March 3rd would be number 33. Day 304 to Halloween. 33 is the coming of that creation, 6 and 9. So you're bringing the spirit in to the child once you hit day 92. Remember the silver, there's 2 silvers, right? 2 silvers, 2 bronze, 1 gold. 2 remain bronze, 1 silver becomes gold. So then we have this over here, and this is one of the reasons I believe that the child, right? The child, you don't want to do anything after that because the communication is landed within the child. February 29th explaining it, September 29th explaining it, the 92nd day of the year. And now what we're going to do is we're going to also go backwards and go December and November
And here we're going to have, sorry, here we're going to have just 61 is the total counting the day. So we're going to be on November 1st would be 61. So let's go to October. So we would add 31, 31, and 30. That would be 92 days. For these 3 months, we'd have a total of 92 days. So we know that on October 1st, going back to October 1st, 92 days. The day after that, again, we walk into the mirror, and the day after that becomes the 29th day of that month. So we can see how, I'm just trying to understand between the shift over here. Otherwise, what happens on September 30th, right, it's the 273rd day of the year. Here, it's the 200, I'm just trying to figure out, I'm getting a little bit weary and tired. Anyways, that's one of the reasons is we have communication, okay, within the body. We have picked up communication. Ham, radio, Abraham, the pigs, 333, it all connects. Let me see what's written down here. The next one I wanted to go over, and I've done this before, but I do it again because a lot of stuff is missed out. That is going to be the 1776, and I'd like to know if anybody's ever heard of 1776. Just say, yes, I have. Hi, Tammy. No, there is no leaving us. We're in a game. The game is continuous. It's for us to be rational and logical and to do what's righteous. You know what? Somebody said to me, you'll never be righteous. You know, for me, the word righteous means to do right now and into the future. It doesn't mean whether I did it before. I just know that we work together. If we can't work together, then we're being worked against. Lamb is a kid, kid is a goat. Tomb and womb, from the tomb to the womb. I like that, from the tomb to the womb. And how about the tomb and the womb? And it all starts off with a bomb. That'd be a football pass, A, B, O, or a comb. D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, so 2, 15, 30, 50, 53, 28. I got 30, 32. The bomb is number 32. And then 33 is the comb. Right? And we do know that we have the cards in here. If you take a look, everything's been combed and not brushed. Brush seems to bring everything closer together, and comb seems to separate it all. I was going into 1776, so this is what I want to know. I need to hear a couple of people say to me, yes, we want to know about 1776. Six months DNA formation. So that would be 180 days. That would be 6 months is 6 months, 180 days, right? So that would be 20 weeks is 140. Let me see that. 180 divided by 7 equals to 25 weeks. So that's good. That is actually, I like that. So let me see that number again. Let me see what that number was again. I was calculating 6 months. So I did 180, right, divided by 7, right? 180 divided by 7 equals 25.714285. And what's ironic about that is there is no 3, there is no 6, and there is no 9. If you divide anything by 7, right, you're never going to have it after the decimal 3, 6, or 9. But if I go 7 divided by 2 is 3.5, but 2 divided by 7 is 0.2857. That is going to be, okay, so check this out. When you're doing pi, if you get 3.14, let me do this. 9 divided by 7 equals Okay, 1 divided by 7 equals 1428571. 2 divided by 7 equals 2857142. 3 divided by 7 equals 4285714. You notice when 5 and 7 come together, right? Talking about the moon, when 857 come together, 857, 2857 come together. Then 4 divided by 7. Let me mark this down. Take a little break. I'm going to mark this down. And the only time it is more than into this world is when it comes to 8 and 9. Remember I said we have to take out 8 and 9? So let's see that you can see what I can see, right? So we're going to do this together. And we're going to do 4 divided by 7. 5714285. 6 divided by 7. 8571428. And this divided by 7, well, just follow it. 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. This will be 714, right? This will be 714. Watch. 6 divided by 7. Oh, 0.85. No. 5 divided by 7. Oh, is 714. Hold on a second. Seven, 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7. Then you go 6 divided by 7. 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 2, 8. This one will be 1. Then 8 divided by 7 is 1.1428571. And oh, it's here, 1.1428571. And this one will be 1.2857142. So if we had to start linking these, right? If we had to link these, I would link this to this one over here. See the 142 and the 142 and the 142, right? Let's do that again. 8 divided by 7 equals 1428571, 1428571. So this one, right, would be this. And then this one, 42, does it go anywhere? I have to take this away. Hold on a second. Right? And then there are no others. We go from here to here. 2 and 8, right? 4 and 5, and then the 5 in the center over here. Jesus, energy, beast, time all divides over here, right? So this is what that basic reality is all about. And 8 and 9 are on the other side. So they're on the side of the spirit, right? Or the side of 1. 1 is reaching the heart, regardless of how far out it is, right? See, if it's this one over here, it might be talking about one of the rims, the inner rim here, and then the 2 outer rims here and here, possibly that there's another dot over here on this one. I'd have to check that out. I have to know a little bit more about the zodiac. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about 1776, so I was waiting for somebody to say something that they say, yeah, I want to know about 1776, but I'm going to keep it really basic, right? Peace, Tammy. Comb, mom, beehive. Okay, so I have to get another book. I'll be right back. So I just had a wholesome shake. I had some cocoa with whey powder and who knows what. Who knows what. I had some of this. Used to be made in Australia, and somehow Canada got a hold of it and they changed what's in it. It used to be fantastic, and now it's only mediocre. Take what's good or great and make it horrible again. Is that what it's all about? Make it worse than it actually was. It was already great. Now we made it worse. Now we made it halfway better. It doesn't break as often as it used to, but it never used to break at all until we built back better. 222. Built back better. 222. Right. 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 Okay, so I got another book. We have to write down the date. Today is the September something. Can I say the 19th? Oh, the 18th, right? Is it the 18th? Today's 99 today? Wow. When my mother-in-law passed away, or if you want to call her that, she passed away in the 97th year on the 9th of the 9th, okay, of the 8 number year. On the 252nd day of the year, it was like everything was to a gateway, right? 9 times 8, 9 plus 8 is 1772. 17 minus 72 equals to 55. So 9 and 8, right? Which is like another brick on the wall. Because when you design those bricks, you're going to use, here, I'm going to show you. When you design the bricks, so what you can see is you can see a formed head over here, if we want to go I this way, or if we want to use H this way, or do we want to use the slim I over here and H over here, which is 89. But then I'm just going to make this a little bigger than normal. If I want to connect my 5, right, over to my 2, or I'm going to connect my see, I connected my 5 to my 2, and now I'm going to reconnect my 5 to my 2, and my 2 to my 5, and my 5 to my 2. Right, and now I'm going to continue on connecting my 5 to my 2, right? So it's going to go here, and then it's going to go here, and here. And in between, you're connecting this to 2 bricks here, connecting it to a brick here, to a brick here, to have the brick here, to have the brick over here. And this is my building my brick. So I use the 5 and the 2. I use the 8 and the 9. So with my 8 and 1, sorry, I didn't want to do it that way. My 8 and 2, my 8 and 5, my 8 and 8 equals to 10, equals to 13, equals to 16, equals to 1, equals to 4, equals to 7. That's the formation we run. When we run the 5 and the 2, right? Let me do the 9. When I do the 9, 9 and 1, 9 and 4, and then we have 9 and 7. So you can see the birth runs with the complete original cycle. So this is going to equal to 10, 13, and 16, okay, is going to equal to 1, 4, and 7. And then when we run into the 5, right, we're going to run in the 5 with 8, and then the 5 is going to come in with 2, and then the 5 is going to come in with the 5. And this is going to be 13, and this is going to be 0, 7. This is going to be 10 equals to 4 equals to 7 equals to 1. Now we're going to go for the number 2, right? And that's going to get a 2, and then the 2 is going to get a 5, and then the 2 is going to get an 8. And then when we do that, we end up with 4, 7, and 10 equaling to 4, equaling to 7, equaling to 1, right? Now, if we want to talk about this, we can also be at the same time, hold on a second. We can also be talking about this, 1471-2582-369. Here's the Chinese zodiac. It even works for the Western zodiac. What it means is when the rat is in its 1 year, right? That means the ox will be in the 2 year, the coming up of the 2 year, right? It'll be in the next year will be, if I say this, I already know, where's my next one? Over here. You see this over here? This D, rabbit. When the next year of this rabbit comes up, it's going to be a 4 year. How do I figure this out? Give me any year. Let's take the year 1963. 9, 10, 19. 1 plus 9 equals to 10 equals to 1. I was born right over here. This one over here. In a rabbit year. Now, if I were to say 1951, I get 6, 7, 7 and 9 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. That would be over here for the rabbit. So 1951, right, could have been a rabbit year. Well, it was a rabbit year. And then the rat year will move up because your numbers shift. I don't know exactly how to explain how. I'm not sure if I'm not, I can tell you exactly how it is. When we're in the rat year, right, the next year is going to be this, then this, but it means that number coming up, when the rat falls into the 1 year or the 4 or the 7, we know in that cycle of the next 12 what number we will be in of that. So there's I don't know what you call it with the zodiac. So that was one thing I wanted to mention. So I said 1776, right? Let me see if anybody said anything about 7076. Yeah, okay. So not really that much, other than, I mean, it's going to be really short, you know. I just want to do a little bit of everything. It's July 4th. It's the beast. It's time. It's the bull. What does it all say? I don't know. This is what it connects to. So what does it connect to? It connects to the 7 months of 31-day cycle. It connects to the 4 month of the 30 cycle. That's all it's telling me about. It's telling me about 7 and 4. So we know that if we looked at the number 4, the 4th day of the week is the Wednesday. And you have 3, 1, 3, so it's talking about the cycle of our moon. What does it all mean? I don't know. I wish I can take this a little bit deeper, but we're going to just do this before we finalize it. And it's going to be so we got 1700, right? And then I'm going to do it, I don't know, I'm going to make it just go down here. And then I'm going to do this, and we're going to do 50, right? 1 plus 0, 1. 5 plus 0, 5. 1 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 0, 1. 5 plus 0, 5. And then we get the I letter. I like to put the I. That's the way I was taught when I was younger. And then we get this. So we got 1,000, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,750, 1,760, 1770, 1775, and 1776. We have 1, we have 6, we have 16, we have 26, we have 76, we have 176, we have 276, we have 776, the Christ birth on day 6, and then we have 1776, right? Will equal to 2776. So what's going to happen down here is here is the first number, and here is the last number. So we're going to write that down, right? Should we write that down? I'm just trying to think of it. No, I just want to show you how it matches up to a single digit. Here and here. So let's put 1001. Here and here. We're going to go 505. The third one, 110. Did the towers come down? The fourth one, 110. Did the towers come down? Okay, the fifth one, right? Did I get that? 2, 4, 6, 8. And then this one over here is 50. So when you add them up, right? 5, 6, 1, 2, 7, 5, 6, 7, you get 1776. But if you noticed, here I got a 1, and here I got a 1. Here I got a 5, and here I have a 5. Here I have a 1, and here I have a 1. And then here I have a 1, and here I have a 1. So it does this. It becomes 1, 1, 5, 5, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then just 5 in the center. So let me show it to you this way. It becomes 1, 5, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 5, 1. This is what the Roman numerals, and all it talks about is 4 and 7, and 4 and 7. Or if you want to break it up, we'll go 8, and then 7, and then 6. 8, 7, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 21. Blackjack. How is it so perfect, all your Roman numerals? If you want to count it up a different way, it'd be 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 6, 6, 4, 9. And that pen is no longer any good. Take out this pen over here. And this is what it would be. It's single digits. And it would equal to 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 27, 29, 39, 42. Telling us about the gateway. 21 and 42. 63, 1/3 and 2/3. That's the basic gate I've been talking about. That's the basic gate. Anyways, we're done for now. Oh yeah, there was one last thing with 1776. I think I can do that too. We're going to put this over here and just show you the last part about 1776. Is that 1 times 1776, 2 times 888, 3 times 592, 4 times 444, 6 times 296, 8 times 222. I think that's all we get, right? 14, 18, 19, 20, 21. Here we get a total of 24. Right? 24 times 74 equals 1776. Now let's see how we get it. 6, 14, 15, 16, 26, 28. Column 1. 7, 15, 24, 39. 7, 15, 24, 28. 38, 39. 15, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Leave the other one to the other side. 2 and 8 is 10 is 1. 3 and 9 is 12 is 3. 2 and 8 becomes 1. The cycle that we run by. You know what's very funny? EIN equals to 28. ST equals to 39. And EIN equals to 28. 10 and 13 and 10 equals to 10 and 12 and 10 equals to 32 RAM, or 131. If we wanted to multiply, it'll be 151 and back to Mars again.
Total is 95. E-I-E-I-O, we live on the farm. 6, 7, and 8 to 4, 3, 2, our vibration. We live in between E-I, E-I-O to what is A-E, Mars concept. Control the chaos. Raphael, peace and love, 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. Whoop, I'm not sure if I can do that with the camera. What does it look like to you? If you like it, share the video. If you can help out the channel, that would be utterly fantastic. Pens, paper, maybe some time off in Mexico. Maybe a little extra cat food for Purdy over here. How you doing, Miss Purdy? How you doing, Miss Purdy? Yeah, almost time for a famous Mr. Tacpans haircut, eh? Right? You all know what it's like. You all know what it is. Just going to go back into my chair and sit down for 2 minutes. I want to thank you for watching this video. Say ciao, ciao. Thank you.